President Reed, Dean Benham, members of the Board of Trustees, officers of the university, deans and vice presidents, guests of honor, members of the faculty, candidates for graduation, and their family and friends. Welcome to the 154th Annual Commencement of Loyola University, Chicago for the Quinlan School of Business. As we begin, I'd like to draw your attention to the university's land acknowledgement statement on the inside cover of your program, honoring the heritage of the grounds we walk. Now, will everyone who is able please stand as the Loyola Wind Ensemble performs the national anthem. We ask that you remain standing until after Reverend D. Scott Hendrickson of the Society of Jesus, Associate Professor and Associate Provost for Global and Community Engagement, gives the invocation.
Let us pray. Good and gracious God, we ask you to bless the graduates who stand here before us now. Bless them with gratitude for their unique gifts and talents which they have developed here in this university. Bless them with understanding and heartfelt joy for the support they have received from their family and friends. And bless them for who they have become as lifelong learners in their journey at Loyola University, Chicago. Where there is injustice, may their voices preach equality. Where there is economic disparity, may their efforts bring forth partnership and engagement in community. Where the world blisters and breaks under the duress of harm, may their actions be an example of stewardship to all. And where there is derision and violence done unto others, may they be emboldened in solidarity as global citizens. God of all, you are the source of all grace. We thank you for this day, and we humbly ask that we may always have the wisdom to acknowledge you as the font and source of all that is good. And we ask this in your name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Father Hendrickson. Will everyone please be seated? It is now my pleasure to present Dr. Michael Benham, Dean of the Quinlan School of Business.
Thank you, Provost Callahan. Hello, class of 2024. All of us at Quinlan couldn't be more thrilled to celebrate your accomplishments and the bright future ahead of you. A guiding star of Jesuit education is that we educate people for and with others, as opposed to for and with themselves, which is what most other business schools do. As you experienced in your classes and activities, we ask you to focus on things that matter beyond yourself. It's not about making a quick buck, but how to use the business skills you gained here and help inspire positive change. It's about marrying profit and purpose. It's about becoming a difference maker, the vision of the Quinlan School of Business. Very soon you will officially be a graduate from Quinlan. Wherever you go after you leave here today, I challenge you to truly and completely lean into being a difference maker. The world needs more people like you, and you are uniquely qualified thanks to your Quinlan education. I can't wait to see what you will accomplish. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Dean Benham. With pleasure, I present Nolan Edward Anderson, candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration Entrepreneurship, who will offer some remarks on behalf of the graduates of the Quinlan School of Business.
Surprise, Mom and Dad. I didn't tell them I was speaking. Good morning, President Reed, Provost Callahan, Dean Benham, Mr. Schreiber, faculty and administrators, family and friends, and of course, the Loyola University Chicago graduating class of 2024. "85 years. A typical lifespan might consist of 85 memorable years. That's 85 birthdays, 85 Christmases, 85 summers, and 85 winters. 85 years to live your life the way that you want. That's not a lot of time, is it? After all, I know I'm not alone in feeling my college years flew by. Growing up, our lives were measured through collections of firsts. Our first steps, first lost tooth, first day of college. Firsts were celebrations, markers, and milestones. In my 4 years at Loyola, perhaps the most valuable thing I learned was to get uncomfortable and experience my firsts with an open mind. Freshman year, living in my lonely studio across the street from Bellarmine, I needed something to occupy myself in between Zoom classes. So I ordered a digital piano, despite having never played before. I waited for it to arrive, ripped it out of the box, laid my hands on the keys, and I sucked, obviously. Good things take time, and that's okay. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is now. Don't let fear hold you back from taking anything and everything you want out of life. There's no better time to take that new job, to move to that city, to ask that person out, to buy the piano, whatever your piano may be. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Lastly, I'd like to recognize my mom and my dad, my siblings, John, Keely, Casey, and Jillian, and my friends, Bella, Sam, Claire, Bella, Jake, Jack, Julie, and Jobs. You have all made me into the person that I'm proud to be today, and for that, I'm forever grateful. Class of 2024, I'm proud of you. You can do anything you put your mind to. Allow this moment to be your first, in which you take on your life with a new perspective. The future is bright and filled with firsts waiting to happen. Don't stop counting them. 85 years will fly by, and when you reach your last, how happy you'll be that you took your firsts. Thank you.
Thank you, Nolan, and what a great surprise for your family. It is now my privilege to invite Dean Benham back to the podium to introduce our commencement speaker.
Thank you, Provost Callahan. I'm very pleased to introduce Mr. John Schreiber. John is a graduate of Loyola's Business School and Harvard Business School. After graduation, he went on to a highly successful career in real estate, including co-founding Blackstone Real Estate Advisors, and now serving as president of Centaur Capital Partners. Quinlan students are very familiar with the Schreiber name, as they took classes, met with their professors, and studied in the Schreiber Center on Loyola's Water Tower campus. The Schreiber Center was named after John and his wife Kathy in honor of their support of Quinlan, but their support for Loyola and its students extends well beyond the business school. Indeed, they have been regularly and extremely generously giving their treasure, their time, and their talent to Loyola for over 50 years. 2 years ago, they made a transformative $100 million gift to Loyola to support students who are historically underrepresented in higher education. Their gift funds full scholarships, room and board, and support services for Black, Latino, first generation, and other ethnically and racially diverse students. And it has, yes, I agree. And it has inspired additional gifts in support of these students. As John said at the time, he and Kathy felt called to help level the playing field for students and give them access to a Loyola education that can set them up for limitless possibilities. John and Kathy's commitment to helping students overcome barriers is unwavering, and we are delighted and truly honored to have John give our keynote address today. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean. Good morning, everyone. This is a day of accomplishment and celebration. My wife, Kathy, and I are parents of 8 kids, and we've been to a number of graduations over the years. And this is one, if you're a parent, this is one of the greatest days in your life, even though sometimes your kid isn't that excited about it. But so as I start, I'd like to shout out, this whole thing is about you students, but I'd like to shout out to the important people who've helped you get here today. They include the lineup you see here today: President Mark Reed, Provost Margaret Callahan, who I learned this morning has been to somewhere between 75 and 100 graduations in her time, Dean Michael Benham, of course, and many of your teachers who are here in the audience, who have been very important in your getting here today as well. And lastly, as I just said, your parents and your family, who are immensely proud of the children they raised, who are here today graduating from college. What a wonderful thing. So Dean Benham, I asked when he said, would you come do this? I said, what do you want me to speak about? And he said, well, share your experiences in life. So what can I share? I'll entitle my remarks for you students, Real Life Starts Today. You are transferring from a time of dependency in your life, grade school, high school, now college, to responsibility. When I was 21, I sat in the same chair you're sitting in today, 21 years old. And at the time, I'd done reasonably well in school, had good grades, was active in various things at Loyola, and I thought I knew a lot about life. Today, I'm 77. Nolan said I have until I'm 85. We'll see. But I'd say I'm somewhere between the 8th and 9th inning of my life. But at 77, my perspective, as you might guess, is quite different than when I sat in the same chair you're in. So I want to share 5 what I'll call life themes that have been important in my life. But I want to point out you're going to develop your own themes. So these aren't necessarily your themes, but are things I think are important to consider as you launch into your new life, real life. So the 5 themes include first, job and career. This is a business school. Presumably you're going to go on, maybe graduate school, but eventually you're going to get a job and start a career in business from here. And in my experience, that's one of the most important things you'll do in your life. And the first job is critical in setting up your whole life. Things like, where are you going to work? What kind of skills are you going to develop? You've got a lot of learning in front of you that you haven't seen yet, but that you're going to require to be good in business. What kind of a boss or mentor are you going to work with? Is that person, he or she, going to be valuable to you, going to care about how you develop, support you when you screw up? Or are they going to continue to build on your talents and make you better as you work for their firm? What business are you in? What industry are you in? Is it going out of business or is it growing? Are there opportunities in the future? And for you, things like the pace of work in your job, the effort going to be required, the financial opportunity, and the time demands are all things you should be thinking about as you choose where you're going to go to practice your business career. One other thing I'll say that was important to me that I see in my kids is not as important today is the importance of wealth creation. When I interviewed for a job after I was in school, one of the places I went, the boss asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up in business? I said, what do you mean? He says, well, like 10 years. What do you want to be in 10 years? And I said, well, maybe I'd like to own my own business because I'm thinking I want to make a good living in life. Turns out when I got back home that day, the guy that I was interviewing with called me and said, well, you flunked the interview. I gave the wrong answer, but I don't think a dishonest answer is appropriate. An honest answer is appropriate. I was interested in creating wealth as I started out in life. I had a negative net worth when I sat in your chair, and I had a bigger one when I graduated from business school. So job and career are one of the themes I think are very important in your life. Theme 2 is life relationships. You will develop 3 kinds of life relationships as you go on in life. One is business. You're going to find when you get to be my age, you have many friends who are business colleagues. Some you still work with, some you don't. People you have done business with. And the values and experiences you have with those business relationships will last your entire life. You also will have personal friends. Many of you do today, before you got here. But personal friends you develop with your husband or your wife, with your kids, on your own, in addition to business, will be very important in your life. But as you might guess, the most important relationship you're going to have is with your own family. Most of you will go on and create a family. And I will say for myself, probably for most of you, your wife or your husband, your life partner, is probably the most important relationship you're going to have in your life. Much more important than the business things I described earlier. My wife, as I sit here now, 77 years old, I married 2 months after I graduated from business school. We've been together for 56 years. We have 8 children. She, for me, has been the most important support I've had in my life. She's been a homemaker. She's raised our children. I was busy working, but she's been my counselor. She's seen me down. She's seen me up. When I have serious questions in life, I ask her opinion and I listen. And it's gotten more important to me over the years than less. So that is another issue you're going to face in the next few years that is critical to your future. Think carefully about your wife partner. by the way, are your life partner. Many people have more than one life partners in their life, and I'm not going to sell one or more, but I'll say that it isn't bad to have one life partner rather than two, in my experience. So pick carefully. Third theme I'd say is important is the role of God and faith in your life. And this is a tricky one because I'm not selling religion when I say that. But I was raised a Catholic. I went to Jesuit high school and Jesuit college, obviously. And to me, the things I learned listening to the gospel, the things I learned here, have become fundamental in importance in developing my skills and approaching my life, business, family, philanthropy, and so on. So for me, church attendance and sacraments continue to be important. By the way, I see in my children not the same fidelity to church that I was raised with, but they still have important faith values. So I would offer each of you've heard and breathed about being a person for others, social justice, Jesuit principles that are in the air here. Those are life principles that will serve you well if you think about them and pay attention to them. Lastly, I'd say, maybe humbly, that God gives us all talents. As we start in life, we don't necessarily appreciate how much they are, how they affect what we're going to do in life. But as you go through life, you must make the most of your talents. But I think you also have to recognize you've got to give those talents back in some way to others. So things like mentoring others in business, being a good parent, being a good spouse, even philanthropy maybe later on in your life, are all ways to return God's talents to others, and very much a part of faith, whatever your faith is. Fourth theme, curiously, I call personal habits and routines. In my experience, over lifetime, focus on health, fitness, good sleep, mental acumen, get the facts in the world you live in, whether it's political facts, business facts, very important. And of course, everything about family, love, education, and health for your family are all critical and must be attended to your entire life. Last thing I'd call lifetime qualities. And I'm going to rattle off, these are from my wife when I asked her about this. It's important to listen to your wife. I'm going to rattle off what I would call my life qualities. You will develop your own, but these are the kinds of things that if you apply your whole life consistently to everything you do, I think you will have a good outcome. Honesty, integrity, humility, responsibility, leadership, and mentorship. Combine things like that with hard work and high energy your entire life, you're going to have a great outcome. So, Dean Benham said, share your experiences. I'm going to conclude by saying about my life, what do I think about my life? I'm very proud of my life. I started and participated as a partner in 2 large real estate investment management firms that both in their eras became one of the largest in the United States. I'm very proud in those cases of the returns we made for our investors over many years and the qualities we developed in our employees and partners. I'm very proud of 56 years of marriage, of 8 children who now have 7 spouses, and listen to this, 18 grandchildren we have. God bless me with good health, great friends and colleagues, and a life full of fitness, fun, and family. I'm very proud of all those things. And we finish with some philanthropy, as you heard earlier. So as I stand here today, Nolan, at 77, I'm going to share one regret I have with all you students. It's the fact that I'm 77 not 21. Seriously. Curiously, you all sitting in your chairs, say you're in your 20s, no matter what your age is, you have your future in front of you. It's a wonderful opportunity. So I would say, develop your own themes in your life and make them the themes that are important to the outcome. Make the most of it in your life for everyone around you. And as the Jesuits would say, go set the world on fire. Good luck.
Thank you, John, for your thoughtful, inspiring words and guidance for our graduates. Thank you. The candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the Quinlan School of Business will now be presented. Dr. Michael Benham, Dean of the Quinlan School of Business, will make the recommendations to the President, who in turn will confer the degrees. I ask Dean Benham and President Reed to the center podium.
Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees from the Quinlan School of Business please rise? President Reed, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Business Administration Honors and Bachelor of Business Administration. The candidates have fulfilled all the requirements for their degrees, and I recommend that the degrees be conferred upon them.
This is my favorite part. Upon the recommendation of the Dean of the Quinlan School of Business and its faculty, and by the authority granted to Loyola University Chicago by the state of Illinois and delegated to me by the university's Board of Trustees, I am pleased to confer upon you the baccalaureate degrees for which you have been recommended. And as a sign of your new academic status, please move your tassels from the right side to the left. Congratulations.
Candidates for all baccalaureate degrees will now come forward to be recognized by name as directed by the marshals. Caitlin Hoffman, Clinical Instructor of Information Systems and Supply Chain Management, will read the names of the candidates. Candidates who have not yet been taken out of your rows may be seated. Family and friends, I have a request, and it's a tough request. Please remain in your seats and hold your applause until all degree groups have been recognized so that each candidate's name may be heard by their family and friends. I know that's a hard one, but guests are not permitted on the arena floor or near the stage. Professional photographers are taking photos of the graduates, and these photos will be available to you in the coming days. Thank you for your cooperation.
Receiving the degree Bachelor Business Administration Honors, Joshua Daniel Arsulowicz, summa cum laude. Francesca D. Baldry, summa cum laude. Adam Ray Bellis, summa cum laude. Luke Matthew Brewster, cum laude. Brendan Robert Burns, summa cum laude. Isabel Butler, magna cum laude. Andrew Jameson Carroll, magna cum laude. Willa Barnett Countryman, magna cum laude. Gabrielle Dietz, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Diane Dronkers, cum laude. Harrison Evers, magna cum laude. Riley Covington Hall, cum laude. Christian Kephart, cum laude. Bilal Amin Khurshid, cum laude. Isabel Tikongo Ko, magna cum laude. Catherine Lalonde, cum laude. Ryan Davis Love, summa cum laude. Olivia Rose Martell, summa cum laude. Owen Joseph McDonough, magna cum laude. Isandria Noble, summa cum laude. Lauren Pfluger, summa cum laude. Madison Ann Plank, summa cum laude. Ann Bennett Price, magna cum laude. Anna Rutkowski, summa cum laude. Natasha Marie Schukman, summa cum laude. Morgan Seymour, magna cum laude. Conrad Stefanski, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Satz, summa cum laude. Avery Triss, magna cum laude. Brianna Roble, cum laude. Rory Logan Zimmel, magna cum laude. Let's give a round of applause for our honors graduates. Receiving a degree, Bachelor of Business Administration, Accounting, Francis Dean Bilianis Obenajar, cum laude. Elvis Alvarez. Morgan Black, summa cum laude. Jonathan Ron Brown, cum laude. Emma Elizabeth Chevalier, cum laude. Robert James Connors. Jared Dykstra. Dominique Gay. James George, summa cum laude. Andrew Joseph Hudima. Sarah Ishmael. Jawad Khan. Yulia Kazima. Elizabeth Valentina Krivokulski. Marissa Kimberly Marinholtz, magna cum laude. John Joseph McDonald. Keaton McDowell. Finn James McCullis, cum laude. Claudia Miaskovich. Valeria Masi, magna cum laude. Richie Nassif. Ava Nutter. Tatia Pilar. Amani Pittman, magna cum laude. Valerie Renee Rausch. Scarlett Grace Riker, cum laude. Yusef Salama. Robert Patrick U. Santiago. Raymond Marathi Schroeder, summa cum laude. Heian Shim. Natalia Sotelo. Lucia Grace Stavnek, cum laude. Lauren Sullivan, cum laude. Parker Van Buren, magna cum laude. Let's give a round of applause for our accounting graduates. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Business Administration, Accounting and Analytics. Kian Richard Camelio Climaco, magna cum laude. Arisha Umir Keshwani, summa cum laude. Rachel Leslie Weiss, magna cum laude. Let's give a round of applause for our Accounting and Analytics graduates. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Business Administration, Economics, Lat Akva, cum laude. Leslie Andrejo. Nicholas K. Apostolopoulos, cum laude. Robert Luke Austin, cum laude. Lucas Van Backlion. Maria Eliza Caliamandio, magna cum laude. Joseph Conway, magna cum laude. Thomas Martin Cregan. Danielle Aguiguren Perez, cum laude. Basil Francis, cum laude. Juan Jose Garibe Quintero, cum laude. Kayla Therese Giordano. Polani Haddad. Charles Kintner, magna cum laude. Kelly Kroger, cum laude. Edward Michael Kurowski, magna cum laude. Emma Lucarelli, cum laude. Michael A. Everti Orcut. Jaime Andres Orejuela, summa cum laude. Sheikh Abdul Rashid, cum laude. Nicholas Sotohai Van Buren, magna cum laude. Ella Rose Thompson, summa cum laude. Natasha Williams, magna cum laude. Tayton Williams. Let's give a round of applause for our economics graduates. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Business Administration, Entrepreneurship, Esteban Roberto Amador. Nolan Edward Anderson. Mia Michelle Brady, cum laude. Rosa Gabriela Bertajero. Juan Diego Cozo. Nate Fiedler, magna cum laude. Emily Marie Heyer, magna cum laude. William Nathan Luce. Jocelyn Michelle Ramirez. Bakari Reese. Eduardo Manuel Rios Adiacas. Carlos Miguel Rosales, cum laude. Thomas Somiani, magna cum laude. Alexander Tefsis. Rizwan Zahir, cum laude. Let's give a round of applause for our entrepreneurship graduates. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Business Administration, Finance, Josh Agrawal. Emmanuel Avalos. Bolgantamir Badrak. Adrian Bahanyats. Aaron Audrey Blackney. Shahishnu Reddy Vayapali. Rafael Bracho. Francesco Butacci. Raquela Trinity Campbell. Jack J. Cassidy. Edward Xavier Clinton, magna cum laude. John Creeran, cum laude. Mitchell Ryan Curtis. Sarah Delmeda. Luke Durnell. Declan Doherty, cum laude. Rohini Donakanda, magna cum laude. Lauren Mirko Drazenovich, magna cum laude. Ethan Cesar Dupas, cum laude. Dylan Elazigi. Dylan Ferreira, magna cum laude. Giuseppe Alessandro Frigoli. Robert Antonio Furlan. John Patrick Gaynor. Jeffrey Anthony Gallegos, magna cum laude. Marcelo Garcia, magna cum laude. Lily Marie Halliday, magna cum laude. Kerman John Hundel, magna cum laude. Tristan Hart. Medina Hassan, magna cum laude. Danielle Claire Herring. Jaden Howell. Brett Johnson. Emily Jane Carney. magna cum laude. Sabah Kanchazi, magna cum laude. Faris Ali Khan. Teresa Kallstrom, magna cum laude. Kristen Marie Kosanik, magna cum laude. Damian Kronsky, magna cum laude. Jacob Cravan, magna cum laude. Alexander Cameron Liswick. Jacob Aaron Lismeyer, cum laude. Contessa Noelle Lovelace. Kevin Lund, magna cum laude. Alexander Mashke, magna cum laude. Christian McNeely. James Timothy Meinhardt. Carter Gray Middleton. Sherban Mary. Patrick John Muthing, magna cum laude. Nicholas Myers. Sean Robert Nelson, cum laude. Joshua Nepil, magna cum laude. Capucine Francesca Antone. Zachary David Oshab, cum laude. Matthew Oliva, summa cum laude. Benjamin Osowski. J. Maitul Patel, cum laude. Rima Unan Putel. Raymond Rad. Sebastian Rajachevsky, magna cum laude. Aaron A. Ramirez. Carter Jackson Ray. Graham Benjamin Ryer. Diego Sanchez LaRue. Tyler Michael Schaefer. Zachary Michael Shasessel, cum laude. Patrick Wayne Sees, magna cum laude. Ian Shin, cum laude. Isabel Madeline Sedman, summa cum laude. Ryan Jean Sunnard. Rohan Reddy Tanamala. Kristen Timko. Kevin Tuhig. Bianca Viver Ugarte, magna cum laude. Nayat Marie Yakaman Jujan, summa cum laude. Let's give a round of applause for our finance graduates. Receiving the degree Bachelor of Business Administration, Human Resource Management, Sylvia Derman Murillo, cum laude. Osvaldo Espino Frere. Daniela Isabella Hack. Kira Isabel Ibarra Marquez. Anna Suresh Patel. Ana Cecilia Reyes Flores, magna cum laude. Isabel Ava Richardson, magna cum laude. Leslie Ismar Romero, cum laude. Milat Ross. Samantha Marie Savarimunto. Nicolas Velasquez. Tristan Chandler Walker. Let's give a round of applause for our Human Resource Management graduates. Receiving degree Bachelor of Business Administration, Information Systems and Analytics, Natalie Maria Buban. Robert William Costiano Buranda, cum laude. Isabella Bizo, magna cum laude. Alyssa Ann Bronji. Zaki Haider Bukhari. Nuran Shurania, magna cum laude. Eileen Cirillo. Alexander Corso. Rebecca Ann Cotier. Peter Gaetano Di Domenico. Manuel Gilbert Fabris. David Gaynor. Kay Catherine Galloway. James Gahan. Adam Shribner Good, magna cum laude. Anthony Hauser, cum laude. Caitlin Henry, magna cum laude. Joseph Hertz, magna cum laude. Andrea Jovanovic, magna cum laude. Demetrius Thomas Karras. Javier Antonio Lejal. Damian Alexander Minor. Kurt Gonzalez Mirador. Katia Francesca Motaros, cum laude. Ethan Richard Moreau, cum laude. Keisha Patel, cum laude. Tulsi Patel. Francisco Perez, cum laude. John Matthew Poole. Christian Salvador Porton. Yulia Romansova. Adam Salame. Ryan Salgado, summa cum laude. Lola Arish Suabla. Andrew Baines Sanger. Anna Elizabeth Shea, magna cum laude. Anna Camryn Sixtokruk, summa cum laude. Fahad Sodagar. Matthew Trejo, cum laude. Andrew John Turk. August Uzgalita, magna cum laude. Isabel Grace Vitaco. Let's give a round of applause for our Information Systems and Analytics graduates. Receiving degree, Bachelor's of Business Administration, International Business. Cameron Agno. Cum laude. Nicholas Amador. Stephanie Arcos. Madison Elizabeth Baker, magna cum laude. Mario Bloom, magna cum laude. Ariana Maria Karuna. Caitlin Elise Dikshu. Dominique Fuentes. Matthew Trenton Hampton. Quinn Wang. Anna Hunt. Shreya Konanur. Annabella Marie Meza. Jose A. Mesones. Alexandria Sophia Maleko. Mary Shinyu Rako. Morena Longo Shepherd. Sonia Stahersky, magna cum laude. Isabel Renee Trujillo, magna cum laude. Tanya Nikolai Veselinova, magna cum laude. Olivia Lee Wellman, magna cum laude. Let's give a round of applause for our international business graduates. Receiving degree, Bachelor of Business Administration Management, Giuliano Iorora. Matthew Bulja Basic. Avery Carlson. Amy Sedat Neo, magna cum laude. Logan Elizabeth Kahn, magna cum laude. Carson James Crass. Benjamin Kucher. Christian Duran. John Paul Garson. Galila Antehun Gaitachu, magna cum laude. Nicholas Greenwood. Abigail Nicole Haley. Presley L. Wangels. Adam Horwitz, cum laude. Molly Justice. Isabella Renee Kiefer, magna cum laude. Vincent Kilfoy. Michael Milan Medzarek. Suna Mariam. Richard Martinez. Eliza Anesi Matanga. Jovan Mielovich. Brenda Montoya, cum laude. Madeline Rose Morrison, cum laude. Emily Jasmine Naheru, summa cum laude. Matthew Elias Oakley. Christian Putapu. Adriana Rodriguez Guzman. Alejandro Sa. Zach Michael Scott, cum laude. Julia Delaney Schwanka. Victoria Soika, magna cum laude. Emma Elizabeth Spanholtz. Alyssa Lindsay Votava, summa cum laude. Marcos Richard Vulgaris, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Marie Winchester, magna cum laude. Let's give a round of applause for our management graduates. Receiving degree Bachelor of Business Administration, Marketing, Lena Abu Shaban. Wiem Agun, cum laude. Ava Alexander, magna cum laude. Emma Morrissey Alperovich. Jennifer Alvarez. Carlos Yeriel Argueta, magna cum laude. Alina Bardick. Gabrielle Elaine Benton, magna cum laude. Katerina Bertel. Megan Ava Bu, summa cum laude. Veronica Saniswanba Boblak. Christian Cabajal. Theodore Jeffrey Carlton. Bridget Jo Carino Cooter, magna cum laude. Daphne Satali Delgado. Christopher Diaz, cum laude. Julia Dolgovich. Noah Dreyer, magna cum laude. Kyle Fish. Logan John Foster, cum laude. Mirabella French, summa cum laude. Brian Matthew Funk. Jonathan Garcia. Michael Angel Garcia. Amelia Gardner, summa cum laude. Isabella Gasparini. Isabella Elise Jembus, magna cum laude. Jacqueline Luna Gervais, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Ross Gibson, cum laude. Alondra Gonzalez. Joshua Gottlieb. Johanna Maria Graf, cum laude. Brooke Gumpel. Isabella Allison Laguerre Hansen, summa cum laude. Evan Christopher Harold. Isabella Marie Hasler, summa cum laude. Reagan Marie Hedelston, cum laude. Nancy Arejon. Grace Catherine Hinchman, magna cum laude. Ella Hunter Ivory. Emma Grace Johnson, summa cum laude. Megan Anne Marie Kendall, cum laude. Anna Klinger, magna cum laude. Olivia Lovett, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Lucas, magna cum laude. Jenna Mariam Majid. Mia McDermott. Ashton McKinney. Samuel Christopher Manconi, cum laude. Carly Rose Miller, summa cum laude. David Joseph Midori, cum laude. Kelsey Morley, magna cum laude. Sela Martine Nyquist, magna cum laude. Kylie Nicole Newman. Brianna Mingfung Nguyen. Cole Osiris. Harsh Patel. Morgan Pichenik, magna cum laude. John Hunter Pokorn. Nikita Renat. Ian Charles Rath. Sarah Fayez Rukpani. Mireille Saeed. Sophie Rose Sherwenka, magna cum laude. Brandon Emilio Schneider. Liam Patrick Scott, cum laude. Amelia Serrano. Effie Marie Svikis. Sanyam Shah, cum laude. Talia Danielle Shuttler, cum laude. Jason Thomas Soini, summa cum laude. Jordan Suvanasi, cum laude. Michael Spine. Alexander Maurice Sullivan, magna cum laude. Kaylee Swift. Regan Elise Thomas, cum laude. Cassia Marielle Torres. Maggie Valillo, magna cum laude. Irvin Magdiel Vasquez. Bailey White. Michaela Sky Witzel, cum laude. Evan Thomas Wolcott. Daniela Kristen Zanayan, summa cum laude. Let's give a round of applause for our marketing graduates. Receiving the degree Bachelor's of Business Administration, Sports Management, Leo Michael Bruni. Ashton Lozano, cum laude. Daniel John Mangan. Levi Van Fleet. George Matthew Wiltz. Jason Ibarra. Let's give a round of applause for our sports management graduates. Receiving degree Bachelor's of Business Administration, Supply Chain Management. Graham Anick. Alina Cabral. Jose Javier Cantun. Juan Xavier Gonzalez. Emily C. Green. Nadia Takara. Juan Diego Mesa. Eileen Holland Ralph. James Aaron Wolf. Let's give a round of applause for our supply and chain management graduates. Receiving degree Bachelor's of Business Administration, U.S. Europe double degree, Amelia June Benza. Ana Botia, magna cum laude. Maria Casal, cum laude. Ana Cristina Dunada Garcia, magna cum laude. Jaime Baldomero Garcia Rodriguez, magna cum laude. Blanca Gonzalo, cum laude. Maria Luisa Jones. Juan Lopez Beo, cum laude. Esperanza Molina, cum laude. Paula Posas. Lorenzo Trujillo Sanchez, summa cum laude. Diego Villa, magna cum laude. Let's give a round of applause for our U.S. Europe double degree majors. And to the class of 2024, congrats. Woo!
Congratulations to the class of 2024 graduates from the Quinlan School of Business. One more round. Please direct your attention to the screens as we stream a video message from the Loyola Alumni Association, followed by remarks from President Mark Reed.
Hello from Chicago. My name is Thad Wong from the class of 1996, and I am co-CEO of At Properties Christie's International Real Estate. I wish you all a big congratulations on one of the greatest accomplishments in your life, your graduation. After graduation, you are automatically welcomed as part of the Loyola University Chicago Alumni Association. It is now my pleasure to turn it over to my fellow alumnus, Dr. Steven Squinto. Dr. Squinto has had a remarkable career in the biotechnology company building and investing space. Speaking to you from Palm Beach, Florida, Dr. Steven Squinto.
Thanks, Thad, and congratulations to all of our graduates. I graduated from Loyola with 2 degrees. I am currently with JP Morgan Asset Management. I serve as the Chief Investment Officer and the Managing Partner of our newly created Life Sciences Private Capital Group. Loyola's goal is to find a meaningful way for all of our alumni to remain engaged with the university. For example, you can stay connected through Loyola's mentorship program, Loyola Linked. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Glennis Green. Dr. Green serves as the co-founder and executive director of the Black Researchers Collective. She joins us from Chicago, Illinois.
Thank you, Dr. Squinto, and congratulations, everyone. My name is Dr. Glennis Green, aka Dr. G, and I'm a 2009 graduate from the College of Arts and Sciences. A great way to stay in touch with Loyola is to keep in contact with professors and staff or attend one of the many alumni events. There will always be a way for you to stay connected. There are regional Rambler communities that you can be a part of, including in San Francisco, home of Reach Capital, co-founder and Loyola alum Jennifer Caroline. Jennifer taught in traditional public schools for 7 years, pursued an MA in education from Stanford, then went on to learn the craft of venture capital for almost a decade before co-founding Reach Capital.
Thank you so much, Dr. Green. I graduated from Loyola in 1997 from the College of Arts and Sciences. I'm a co-founder and partner at Reach Capital. Loyola was the first real mission-driven organization that I was a part of, and it had a major impact on my career, including the founding of Reach, a mission-driven venture fund focused on education. And it is so important to remain part of our community. So let's stay in touch. I urge you to take full advantage of these opportunities. Congratulations again on your graduation from Loyola University Chicago. You should be very proud. The best is yet to come. Go Ramblers!
I sense a lot of pent-up energy in this arena. You were fairly compliant with Provost Callahan's warnings and instructions, so we could hear everybody's name. So at this point in the ceremony, go make as much noise as you want. Somebody always figures out the foot thing, and that happened over here, so I always wait for that. I also want to mention just one other thing for my very brief remarks. So this is the 6th of 12 commencement ceremonies this week, so congratulations to the Quinlan undergraduates. You got us to the halfway point. And there are lots of people behind the scenes who make all of these ceremonies happen. And there are a few of us who are obviously at all 12 ceremonies. But there's one person who may not necessarily go as noticed because she's not up here on stage. And poor Nolan. Nolan, everybody's gonna remember the comment about 85 years. Because there's someone here in the arena who has blown that away. And she comes to all 12 ceremonies. For you, undergraduates, let's give a big round of applause to Sister Jean in the back. Sister Jean is one of the only individuals that I've met who doesn't mind talking about her age. Nolan, she's 104 and about to be 105. So to the class of 2024, on behalf of the faculty, the staff, the entire Loyola University Chicago community, I offer you my heartfelt and deepest congratulations on this very special day. And welcome, of course, to your family, your friends who are joining us here in the arena or watching online on the live feed. At this point, I ask the graduates, and that is all of you now, you have graduated, to please rise. Graduates, I invite you to take a moment to acknowledge and to thank the people whose dreams of this day stretch all the way back to when you were born. Your parents, family, friends who have provided advice, support, and companionship on this journey. So you know where they are in the arena. Turn to them and give them a grateful round of applause. Now, graduates, years from now, and dare I say by dinner time, few, if any of you, will remember the president of Loyola University Chicago, who spoke at your graduation or greeted you as you came across the stage. And I'm okay with that, and I know it to be true. However, you will vividly remember the remarkable faculty and staff that you encountered here. You will benefit from their insight and their care for the rest of your lives. And so, please honor the Loyola faculty and staff who share in your achievements and celebration, and join me in saying thank you to them. Now, we've already heard wonderful reflections and remarks from our student and our commencement speakers. So relax, as I said, this is going to be very brief. I simply want to say to you, graduates, that you have been privileged to be part of the Jesuit educational experience that is nearly 500 years old, and more than 150 years old, specifically here at Loyola and in Chicago. And we seek to educate and to form in you the next generation of leaders who will be capable of shaping the future with competence, vision, justice, and charity, with a sense of calling, purpose, and with concern for all of the human family. You have received much during your time at Loyola, but remember that your education ultimately isn't just for you. It's for you to serve and to make a difference in your community, your family, your chosen professions, and the lives of others. So you can go forward and embrace your futures boldly and confidently, but always remember that you are loved. We at Loyola love you, your parents, family, and friends love you, your God loves you. Thank you very much. So graduates, you get to be seated now. And I invite everyone else here in the arena who is able to please rise and join me in a final and special blessing over and for our graduates. The blessing will appear on the screens. It's also available on the last page of the program book. Now I invite you to extend your hands, saying with me, may God bless you and sustain you on this, your graduation day. May the creator of this vast universe keep you safe as you go forth from this place that has nourished your mind and your soul. May the Almighty look down upon you and give you success in all your endeavors, courage in all your struggles and challenges, understanding in all that is new to you, wisdom to choose what is right and to do what is good, perseverance in all you undertake, serenity and peace in the knowledge that you are not alone, that you are loved. And may the Lord of all look kindly upon you this day and forever. Amen. Congratulations, class of 2024.
Will our graduates please rise? It is now my privilege to invite Madeline Rose Morrison, candidate for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts Vocal Performance and Bachelor of Business Administration Management cum laude, to lead the community in the Loyola University alma mater. Madeline will be accompanied by the Loyola Wind Ensemble. Thank you to all of our talented musicians. Let's give them a round of applause. We ask that the audience please be seated until the recessional from the stage and the graduates have left the arena. Following the recessional, please join the graduates for a reception in the atrium.